guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making this pink prom set and we're going to be doing this on press-ons. They look like acrylic, but trust me, they're press-ons. I've already went ahead and prepped the nails by pre-shaping, buffing, and adding a layer of base coat. And now I'm going in with this neutral nude gel, B071 from Beetles. And I'm just applying one layer to each nail to act as my base color. By the way, these were originally XXL tapered square tips, but I just cut them down to this length because that's just too much. And as always, you guys, I'm going to leave everything I use in the video in the description box below. Now that we're finished with our base, I'm going to wipe the surface of the nails with an alcohol wipe, then buff them so it's easier to freehand the French tips. I started doing this recently because I found that the tacky layer after you cure the gel makes it really hard to get that smooth, clean almond French tip. Make sure you guys dust off the surface so you don't have any weird nail particles in your gel. Now for the fun part, we're going to start on our ombre. I personally like to use the sponge method, but a lot of people have been using the airbrush method, but I did not feel like taking out my airbrush, so this is what I'm going to show you guys. And I'll be using this pink shimmery gel. It has a little bit of glitters in there, so it's just going to be super pretty. And then I'm also going to be using the nude base from earlier just to create a nice gradient between the two colors. To start off, you're going to take your sponge and take that nude base from earlier and just fill up half of the sponge with that color. With the remaining gel on the brush, you're just going to feather it upwards so we can have a nice transition to the pink gel. You're going to do the same exact thing with the pink gel just on the other half, and then also when you get towards the middle, you're going to feather it out with both colors. You want to make sure your ombre on the sponge is as blended as possible so that it looks really nice on the nails. Once you're happy with the ombre, you're going to go ahead and dab on the nails. And the one thing about this method that is just so annoying is that it's going to take multiple layers just for the ombre to show up on the nails. So you really have to be patient. Like look, this is the first layer and it looks like nothing is on the nail. After a couple layers, you're going to start to notice that your sponge isn't leaving any color, so you're going to go ahead and reload your gels onto your sponge. This time I just moved the pink further down on the sponge so that there's more pink showing up than the nude. This will help further blend out the two colors onto the nail. So this is what it's going to end up looking like later. This actually took like 8 layers. And I just did this on the pointer and the ring finger. For the French tips, we're going to be using this pink gel from this Amazon brand. And this is what it looks like. I think it's going to match really well with the pink shimmer and the nude. For French tips, I always like to use this Beetles thin striping brush. And I'm just going to go in and freehand the French tips like I usually do. To start off, I just draw 2 triangles on both sides and then fill it in. And then I start from one end and draw the curve. My method is very similar to the A method, but I just don't draw that line in the middle where I want the French to start because I feel like I've already got an eye for that now. And honestly, most of my nail styles are just French tips, so I practice it every time I do nails. To fill everything in, I just use the same striping brush, but I've seen a lot of people use a flat brush. I think that would be a lot quicker if you have one, but I unfortunately don't. I gotta start looking on Amazon for some, but yeah, this is what I like to do. Some people also like to use the brush that comes in the bottle, but I feel like that just makes it look super messy. And by the way, you guys, we are not curing any of the French tips until after we put on the glitter. To set up the sugaring glitter, I just put a little note card underneath just to catch any glitter that falls off so I don't waste any of that material. And then for the glitter, I'm using this Snow White glitter from Joanns, and I'll leave a little picture right here. And I'm just using this nail tip to scoop the glitter onto the nails. Then just gently sprinkle the glitter onto the French tips. Be sure you get every part of the gel covered. And then you want to lightly tap to shake off any excess glitter. Be careful not to touch the gel because we still haven't cured it yet. And you're going to want to repeat this process for all of the French tips. Now you can finally cure them, and then once the nails are in the lamp, I just like to take the glitter that's on the paper and just pour it back into the pot. Once the nails are done curing, you're going to go ahead and take a little dusting brush and dust any excess glitter off the nails. Now our basic design is done. We're going to go ahead and go in with our charms and rhinestones. I'm going to be using these clear rhinestones that came in a pack of the AB and the clear, and I'll also be using the Macart rhinestone gel to adhere them on. The rhinestone placement for this set is actually pretty simple. I'm just adding a couple rhinestones near the cuticle. The bottom stone is going to be bigger than the top stone. And then for the ombre nails, I'm going to be doing the same thing at the top, but I'm also adding a flower on one of them, and you'll see the butterfly charm later on. While I'm doing this process, I'm just going to be explaining why I'm starting voiceovers again. I was going through my videos and I realized how boring they were to watch. It didn't feel interactive, and it was just like I was falling asleep basically. I also noticed that my views were going down, especially on the ones where I didn't talk. So I'm going to start talking again in my videos. I hope you guys don't think it's like annoying to listen to. I had started the captions and like stopped doing voiceovers because I thought my voice sounded really weird in videos, and I just did not enjoy listening to myself talk in these videos when I was editing. So hopefully I'll get over that. Enough blabbering about that. I'm going to take one of those ombre nails, and this is going to be my pointer finger. I'm just doing the same rhinestone placement on the bottom, and then at the top I'm going to do the same thing but opposite, so that the top will have the bigger rhinestone and the bottom one will have the smaller rhinestone. But I'm also going to leave a little gap at the top in between the tip of the nail and the rhinestone so I can add the flower. And I'll be adding the smaller of the two different sizes for the flowers. For the center of the flower, I'm going to be using pearls instead of the silver or gold balls that come in the set. I feel like it just ties everything together, and it looks really good with the rest of the style. For the other ombre nail, that's going to be the pointer finger, I'm just going to be making pink vines with the pink gel from earlier. And it's honestly just really random, but you'll want to draw a few tapered lines that extend from the bottom to the top of the tip. And again, it doesn't really matter what it looks like since we're going to be putting charms on top, and they're going to hide the design anyways. After curing our design, we're going to be adding some butterfly and flower charms along with some rhinestones. The layout is a little complicated. It's going to be a diagonal line that's kind of curvy. So we're going to start out with our butterfly charm, which is our biggest charm, and put it directly in the center. I prefer to place my butterfly charms towards the cuticle so that when the client is facing their nails downwards, it looks like the butterfly charm is facing up. Then I like to take my flower charms, and it's going to be bigger than the one that we placed on the other nail, and put it on top and the bottom of the butterfly. Your butterfly charm is going to want to slip and slide because of the glue, so make sure you adjust it each time before you cure anything. And then at the ends of both flowers, you're going to be adding 3 rhinestones in sort of a curled layout so that the line looks like it's curving. I really like the combination of these charms and rhinestones and the layout. I often use this for like my prom sets and stuff, and I think it looks very elegant. We're almost done, you guys. All we gotta do now is add top coat. For the sugar Frenchies, you're gonna leave the glitter alone, and we're just gonna be top coating the nude base. And then for the ombre nails, we're just gonna top coat everything, including the butterfly, the pearls, and the flowers. And now we're finally done. I'm gonna be adding our nails onto a nail card. I'm using double-sided sticky tape that I got from Daiso to stick them on. And here's the final reveal. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!